Welcome back to Danger 5, Season 2, High Definition. Congratulations on changing disc. That looks cool. That looks cool. That looks like a cozy old department store, you know, the kind that don't exist anymore because of the decline of the middle class. Apparently that's it. Apparently department stores are all going bust now because the middle
Really?
class is shriveling up in the English-speaking countries.
No way.
Yeah, people are getting richer and poorer, so more dollar shops and more, you know.
So what you're saying is this show couldn't get retro enough.
Not really. This guy, it's great. I can't remember his name, but he looked a lot like Carl's brother, Tony from Die Hard.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of references in this show, eh, mate?
Never again.
Chock-a-block. This is arguably more loaded with references than the first season.
I think you know what you can tell if you have more references. If your references go up, your originality goes down.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like if you're stuck, oh, we'll just put a reference in there.
There's another reference, man.
So straight after when Series 1 aired in Australia, SBS kindly offered us a Series 2, which artistically isn't the best time. I mean, it's grateful.
Well,
we're there grateful.
We were just
but,
hell bent on doing something totally different for some reason because we thought nobody would ever be stupid enough to give us another season of this weird show. So the logical thing to do would just be kind of rinse and repeat the formula from the first one and keep the whole thing going, and which in most sitcoms is what they do. Well, in the old model is what they do. You know, you keep the sets, you use them again, you capitalize on all the money that you already spent. But instead, we started again from scratch. But we're very knowingly Australian in this season as well, which is pretty good because we get all these Aussie jokes. Free castle.
is there a free castle?
No, there's a
looked it up.
Fremantle and there's a Newcastle.
There's no Fremantle. No free castle.
I got these guys, wombat and a emu.
Yeah, it's a loving homage to my grandparents,
It's wonderful.
Marie and Brian.
Australiana. And then this dodgy 80s wedding. Oh.
Which we could have just shot on the flat, really. They did that in the castle. There's a wedding in the castle, and they just shot the cast against a flat. That's their wedding. If you watch
Yeah,
it,
right, okay.
that's all they did. They didn't do any of this.
Yeah, no, of course. No, none of this malarkey. Again, more people roped in, all these family members.
Yep. I think Sean James's parents actually are here.
Yeah, they are. So that's nice. They got to they had a big wedding celebration.
Did they make the cut?
Oh no, the prawns.
So
This is more like it. One shot, reverse shot. That's it. That's
that's
your
all
set.
you need.
That's more like season 1. Looks pretty cool.
Throughout,
Grade.
yeah. I'm unsure
going
about
on
it.
here? Get sucked off by the Viet.
I don't know why would he wiping my mouth. No, I think
Jackson's confused.
when we were coming into this project, we struggled with the first episode with how to start it because, as Dario said, we wanted to make basically a totally different show. Basically Danger 5 the movie, which keeps on going, where every episode connects and it's not formulaic. And we're like, well, how do we start the show? Do we do a cold open like we did in the first series, or do we show what Danger 5 have been doing? And we ended up going back and forth a long time over this. And so we thought it would be great to show what they've all been doing. However, it increases the pace of the show considering it's only half an hour and you have to cover so much.
There's a lot of setup.
There's a huge amount of setup.
You know, there's a whole. But I mean, then again, we could have also been a lot briefer with the way that we have set everybody up, because there could be a shorthand. Everybody gets like a full action sequence because there's this whole thing about Hitler trying to kill them all. And when you think about it, the only important component is the colonel getting murdered. That's it. Like you could lose the whole Nazis are trying to kill the rest of Danger 5 and then just go straight from the colonel getting murdered to everybody.
Absolutely.
And just have one little scene to see what they're doing. You know, Jackson with a... Instead, we have like 3 action set pieces.
It's called indulgence. I think as well, like, I remember we thought as well we were really stretching it with Series 1, like with what you can do with the resources around you, and we consciously tried to make everything smaller.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, we both suck at maths, and the show ended up being 4 times as big. I think as well, tonally, we wanted to loosen it up a lot more, because we
Those girls having a great time.
we felt that Series 1 could have been funnier or sillier, and so we felt that putting our own restriction of like, oh, what would we do in the 60s, and having the sensibility of the 60s and that humor was somewhat claustrophobic, and so we figured, well, why do we have to be so faithful? Let's be really stupid.
Yep.
Like have our henchmen coming out of the nether regions and
Yeah,
so
sure.
forth.
It's being more surreal and more abstract and bolder in terms of brasher and more modern with a lot of the humor, because yeah, like you said, a lot of it before was about sticking to that 60s tone, keeping everything very firmly sort of tongue-in-cheek.
However, when you have that, it adds a groundedness.
Yeah, it's always something you can go back to.
You know, rather than just jumping straight in. So, but this is only the benefit of hindsight. At the time, we thought this is going to be, you know, totally, you know, it'll have pace and it'll be coherent. But it's a very expensive experiment, this series.
Yeah, we built a video store.
Yeah, no.
That's nostalgia.
God.
They only have 3 videos in the whole place, though. And they've all got Michael in them.
Where's the horse prop?
Mum's got it. The horse lives with Mum. Mackenzie's a good excuse for the series.
Yep.
Allowed Bluey to create that masterpiece of a head.
I remember Mackenzie was just meant to be like a bit character that came and went,
Yeah.
bringing it up a lot.
No, then he ended up being kind of on the scene all the time as the butler, essentially.
Because that's right, we wanted to get rid of Chessbridge because
We wanted to ditch the Expos thing, and which was, you know, useful.
very useful. And of course, we now have Pacharo Zembe.
There's Pierre
Pierre.
seamlessly replaced Pierre.
And that wasn't anything to do with, you know, any misgivings or anything like that. It's purely a schedule. And
Yeah, Aldo was on a TV, had become like famous and was on a TV show that he had a pretty intense schedule which overlapped with ours. So we just had to recast him. So we thought, you know, let's try something totally different and not get a Pierre substitute.
No.
So we thought we'd just do a whole new thing,
We
whole
actually-
new Pierre, and then make it a weird kind of, what is he, like Doctor Who or something?
Yeah, he's got like 2 hearts. And all that sort of no. Well, we met Pacharo, I reckon, I think it was the 2009 or 2011 Adelaide Film Festival. Because he's a dramatic actor, and he's quite charming, and he's just a cool guy.
What an existential conundrum here. Natasha snorts her own reflection. What is that? It's like she's absorbed her ego.
Now, I remember when we were generating the outline for this series, we did the same thing as we did with the first season, whereby each episode had its own genre or its own flavor. And so this one was sort of the Miami Vice inspired episode. And Miami Vice is a great show. The pilot is one of the best pilots ever.
2 parts.
Highly recommend it.
Brothers Keeper, it's called.
It's wicked.
Yeah, so this is definitely the flamingo pink Miami Vice episode. Margarine Hexagon. See, like, Tucker has gone into another place in this season, and it's a good place. He's really funny because he ends up being the sort of narrative backbone of the series because of him dealing with his grief, but he's also just stupid. He's just so silly. So I think that's good. And then these guys bought that idea off of Paul Muscat for $1.
That's right. You mentioned it. We were hanging out at the Fringe Festival.
Yeah. It was like, Paul, come up with something, and he's like,
He came up with that, and we're like, that's
all right,
brilliant.
that's brilliant.
Why not? We'll put that in.
Esteban and wait, which one's Esteban? Is the snowman Esteban or is the skeleton? One of
So
them is
I actually have to look at the script.
one of them is Esteban.
One of them.
We'll figure it out in episode 7 where one of them
There's
says,
Esteban.
yeah.
What do you bet it is?
I think the
The
skeleton
skeleton
is
is
Esteban.
Esteban.
Yeah,
I think it. Yeah.
Esteban and the snowman, who are interdimensional travelers.
Adds another layer to the story world
Yep.
as to what this show's all
What
about.
exactly is going on here? Is this? I'd like to. You know what? Fuck it. We can. This is not the same dimension as the first season.
No,
No.
no.
That's what's
I'm
going
calling
on.
it. Yeah, I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think you're right. It's not
This
the
is
same
another dimension. And then in episode 6, they travel back into the correct timeline, like the dimensional timeline with as the first season.
I'll buy that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's going on.
I just want to take a brief detour through this crime.
I remember when Sophie and Chloe Spalding, the costume designers, were coming up with the silhouettes for the characters. They pointed out that Tucker should be Chevy Chase from the Vacation films.
Very good call.
Didn't think of that at all.
Nah. But then you have a look at this outfit and there
It's
we go.
very Chevy Chase.
I think it's good. That's a good little pocket.
He was originally going to have a different hairstyle as well, but because Sean James has naturally curly hair, and we wanted initially to have his hair to look something like David Henning's. I remember in Profondo Rosso, and we sent him to the hairdressers, and the hairdressers took liberties, and we were quite furious. Because it's not like you can just change your
Yeah,
hair
it's
like
good.
that.
I don't know if Sean James's hair would even do that.
No, it'd have to be
Hemmings-
straight.
Hemmings thing. Like, it would have to be really long. and
But he was
whatever.
growing it out.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm happy with this
Yeah.
sort of flock of seagulls thing going on. It's like,
Yeah, it's very Australian cruel.
yeah.
It's very
And
James
I
Rain.
run so far away. It's good. It's got this sort of new wave thing.
It does work.
That's what happens when you make anything for screen. You just have to roll with the punches with what actually happens in terms of what you thought was going to happen. Only happens 25% of the time. Father Hitler. And then we've got this whole motif now of Hitler's shitty disguises. Hitler became a real... he participated in a completely different way this season.
Yeah. Because, like, basically Danger 5 already killed all his henchmen.
Yeah, they're all dead. So
So
we had to
we're
dig
like-
up new ones.
Yeah.
And or resurrect the old ones.
is a good track.
It's a pseudo Lucio Battisti with some very questionable Italian. Yeah, and this. What?
That's a thin joke.
It is very thin joke. It's barely even. See, the thing is there are many jokes in this that aren't so much jokes as they are just abstract ideas.
Yeah.
It's like abstract visual concepts. Like,
It is sillier.
yeah,
Especially
it's more of a cartoon than the first one. Like,
It definitely should be animated.
absolutely.
It's just the pace is just the biggest.
This episode.
I mean,
yeah,
we're quite outspoken about how mixed we feel about this.
the pace of this episode is just relentless. It's just too much information.
But then again,
And it's just the sheer number of environments, and most of it was just because of that setup phase. I mean, which means everything else gets sort of compressed.
that's Ryan doing that. Forgot about that.
And then all of these tropes, these 80s tropes of, you know, the obsession with Vietnam flashbacks, which is sort of just a lethal weapon thing, and with infusing all of these kind of Riggs-esque personality traits with Jackson.
It's more of like a Nick Nolte in 48 Hours sort of thing.
Yeah, it is. It is. I didn't. Yeah, this is an extremely Nolte performance all the way through. If you were Eastwood the first time, you'd Nick Nolte in this one.
Yeah. The Carlos Mendoz Otto Scorzeni character is really good.
Yeah, more characters for the furries. And then the cat circus, of course, which was actually an idea of my mum's.
She had the best ideas.
Yeah.
I remember the favorite idea I've ever heard her say was back with Italian Spider-Man. Italian Spider-Man should go to the beach and buy the girl some ice cream. That's what she actually pitched that.
I know.
I've never forgotten it.
It's just brilliant.
I'm like, yes, Linda.
Yep.
I think Father Hitler.
It is a great idea. You know, Linda will probably listen to this and knowing her,
Yeah.
and
It's a great idea.
ideas are memorable.
Italian Spider-Man getting an ice cream. And the cat circus. It was
The cat
Hitler's
circus.
cat circus.
Ihre junge Frau scheint nicht gerade sehr glücklich. Haben Sie es ihr heute schon gegeben, mein Sohn?
I don't know. I think this is going to be the Hitler's fantasy of Tucker eating the least ripe peach in the universe.
That's really hard,
It's
isn't
like
it?
it looks like a piece of wood.
But yeah, biting into a cricket
It's
ball.
supposed to be like juicy and
It's just really not
not the
right.
time of year for stone fruit.
I think Carmine does a great job in this.
Yeah, he's definitely taken the Hitler to a new place.
Look how disappointed he looks.
Here it comes. Oh, it's biting into this tennis ball. Yeah,
Yeah, that is
That's
not
not ready.
soft.
Not good to go. And then all of this malarkey,
Yeah.
this weird place, wherever this is. This is one of those shows that I think this would scare children more so than the first season.
I think
Whatever
It's-
this version of Russia is, it's a nightmare.
Steve Parker here playing Khrushchev
pretty good.
absolutely crushes it.
Crushes Chevs it.
There we go. No, he looks like he just presents like he's having a really great time.
He is. He's living in this freaking weird sort of catacomb. He's living in a 1950s fridge.
I think, if anything,
It's a bizarre rotary phone.
this series suffers from being overdeveloped.
Well, there's just too much stuff.
Exactly.
Well, if it was a cartoon, I think it would be acceptable. I think like there would be more of a visual shorthand, and you'd be like, "Well, yeah, this is some crazy shit that's going on." Like, there's probably just as much crap in an episode of Family Guy.
Right. But I think, well, because we were asking for more money for this series.
More money.
And so when we'd send the scripts off to get notes, it'd be make this funnier. And instead of being objective and making good jokes that follow story and have a setup and a punchline. It was just a case of adding non sequiturs, stupid lines, out of context stuff, without really editing down. Now, at the time, we didn't really know this. Well, I didn't really know this. It's only, it's 2019. We wrote this, what?
5 years ago.
It's 5 years ago? Longer. No, longer than that.
Yeah.
2012, 2013.
Oh yeah, shit.
So we've had a bit of time to think about it.
Bing.
So it's... it's my
His face
fault.
has
You know
been-
what? It's not Dario's fault. It's my fault. Everything else was Dario's fault.
Yeah,
Actually, that's Dario's hand wearing that snake outfit.
yeah.
And he was legit.
Oh yeah, it's-
Smashing
again.
me.
It's much like the slapjack in season 1. It's applying force to David. My hands don't. They have off and on. There is no. I don't have a dimmer switch.
You're
on.
actually a good puppeteer as well.
I love puppets.
I know it sounds like I'm totally like...
greasing my wheel here.
But no, all the puppeting, you have like a
I have a
natural
deep
idea
affection for animals, and I feel connected to them and
This rocks.
manipulate them.
So you're like
And
that.
see, the double barrel sawn off is a reference to Miami Vice because Tubbs has got one as his like signature weapon.
When they go...
Tubbs.
Yeah, when they
Rico
kill the
Tubbs.
guy at the end of the second.
Yeah, they're driving around in the Ferrari and they're listening to
in the
Phil
air
Collins.
tonight, yeah.
It's like a
Sick.
pair
The
of
whole... Yeah.
like a pair of total psychos.
Fuck that. Let's just be watching that.
Yeah,
dude.
let's do that. Let's just. Yeah.
Do you remember?
Just shots of this Ferrari. We had it. There was a scene like that where Jackson got picked up in the airport by some dodgy guy in this episode.
What?
It was I remember that. It was a draft where we weren't doing the intro thing. It was like it started. It was Jackson centric, and it was him going to.
Of course it is, because it should all be about me. The Jackson Show. Fucking should be.
I think we missed. I don't know what it is. I guess
Yeah, asparagus. I don't know what it is. I guess
that's it. See,
that's thin.
but
But Tucker gets away with it.
Yeah, Tucker gets away with it. It's fine.
But after you understand who Tucker is, imagine coming into this without ever hearing about Danger 5.
yeah, I know.
And you're like,
It's,
what the fuck
it's
is
very
go-
complicated. Why is Hitler the bad guy? It's another dimension. It really is. It's that pillar was wobbling considerably there. This boat isn't structurally sound. And now you can see the crispy HD edition where the SD doesn't smooth over the lumps and the seams. And then again, it's pretty good. Nice prime lenses, rather than the zoom that we use for everything in season 1.
Sean James does great. He always does great.
Yeah. See, there you go. Wow, that's new Jackson. Tucker just hiding under the tablecloth. That's an Australian joke right there.
This time, Hitler.
See, now I've got a fan theory here of my own that Pierre gave her a gun with no bullets in it
That's right.
because he
Tell me
he
this.
spent them all in the last scene. We saw him, got chatty. He wanted her to die.
Yeah, go on, Claire. Go.
Now, the real reason why we killed Claire was because her character, we felt her character didn't fit in this new world. As the icy blonde, well, she's not really an icy blonde character, but like the Grace Kelly-esque character doesn't really fit in this 80s world.
Yeah, I mean, that archetype has kind of been replaced by the cold-hearted bitch sort of Michelle Pfeiffer, Scarface,
Which is very unclear.
which is Ilsa,
Yeah.
in a lot of different ways. And also, it just, as soon as we thought, look, it's another sort of 80s trope to have this ultra heartbroken male protagonist. Again, like Lethal Weapon, you know, he's about to blow his brains out
Yeah.
in the first movie. And that kind of dead wife plot line seemed like a trope that had a lot of gold. And it did, because it gave us this Tucker story to follow the whole way through. So... And then we got to do these great toy commercials. And this was much better. There was actually a squib shot here where this kid opens fire on Kate Crozer, our producer, and her husband Sandy, and there was sort of RoboCop grade gore, but we had to cut that out apparently because, you know, it's not
That great to see kids shooting up their parents, but hey, look what else happens in the damn show.
Come on, man. So that shot, don't even have a version of that. And look, and then we ruined our own logo.
My sister did that picture.
Isn't it beautiful? And we got to work with Sean McAuliffe, which I still don't actually believe happened. I see it, but I don't remember it.